Amontallah, ban Yahweh, ban Yahshua.
All right, Shalom. The course is coming out of Ephesians 5 and 15. Mainly the point being in verse 17, where it says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Why is it important to understand what the will of the Lord is?
The importance of understanding the will of the Lord is so that you can be saved, man. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment. Right, so in order for you to watch, you have to understand the will. It says, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Right, and his shame is not understanding the will, man. So if you don't understand the will, the Lord gonna sneak up on you as a thief in the night, man. And that's how you're gonna be destroyed. It says, this is St. Matthew's chapter 7, verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Right, so if you don't have the understanding, like I said before, you're going to be destroyed. It says, many there be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Like these other groups, they don't understand the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why, you know, they're up into these different philosophies and these different doctrines, which is going to lead to their destruction, man. There's only one way to get to Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's through the apostles and GMS on down. It says, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Right. See, so if you don't understand the Lord's will, you wouldn't understand that that concept that there's other people with these false philosophies out here. That's why you got Israel like, okay, well, what's the difference between this group and this group, man? It says, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bear forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast in the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. It says, not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father. See, understanding the will is those who are going to be entering into the kingdom of heaven. It says, but he that doeth the will of my Father, which is to go out there on the highways and byways, put up the videos, you know. Apostle Star said, put your face on camera, you know, put your videos up, man, 2 a week. It says, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I confess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Right. So when it say Lord, Lord, it's basically talking about them coming up to us for the answers. That's why the apostles are always making that a joke or that statement, like it's in the scriptures. It says, "Go to the sellers and buy." Man, that's where you get the parable of the 10 virgins, 5 are wise, 5 are foolish. It says, therefore, whoso heareth these sayings of mine, the will, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. That rock was Yahweh Shai. It says, and every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. So if you don't understand that Yahweh Shai wants you to get prepared for what's to come, you're going to fall right along with everybody in this society. You know, the will is to get delivered by giving our diligence and, you know, hoping, praying, and fasting that we have the elect, man. And, you know, if you're not doing those steps, you know, basically if you're not of the elect, but, you know, that's giving diligence. You don't understand the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. But that's it for the lesson. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, Divine Sales, Apostle that we will. Salutations to brothers and troops, sincerity. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom. Anaya Allah, Banya Hawda, Banya Sha'ala. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, by the way.
Shalom. Today's motivation comes out of the scripture Ephesians chapter 5, verses 15 to 17. With the point being at 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And I wanted to know, what's the importance of knowing what the will of the Lord is?
The importance of understanding what the will of the Lord is, so you know what type of spirit you're supposed to be. A lot of people got it misconstrued as far as when, dealing with the Most High and dealing with His Word. Everybody not in the same spirit. So everybody don't understand the will of the Most High, So, the Most High said a few things, more than a few things, but He said a lot of things concerning the end times and that we live in today. That's why it says in verse 15 in Ephesians 5 and 15, it says, walk ye circumspectly. It's like meaning to be able to see around you. Okay, but this is I started at Isaiah 55 and 6. It says, seek ye the Lord while He may be found. Call ye upon Him while He is near. All right, and He's near unto us now because He's allowing His Spirit to push this word, and He's using us as basically surrogates. All right. So verse 7, it says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and He will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for He will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours, your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. So basically what the Most High is saying is that everything that He's saying aforetime concerning prophecy, everything, all those things are going to come to pass. America's downfall is in the scriptures. That's part of His word. That's part of His will.
I think it's very important to remind our fellow citizens.
Scriptures like be not of the world.
We need
for the love of the world is enmity with the Most High. So if you of the world, if you of that fashion, then you really don't understand the will of the Most High. So my next scripture is Malachi chapter 1, because this is one of his prophecies. All right.
We are at war, and you're the frontline troops.
Right, Malachi chapter 1, verses it's like Malachi chapter 4. All right. Verses 1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All right, and we know that that's the thermonuclear fire that's going to be put on America. All right, it's going to utterly destroy America. It says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in His wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves in the stall. All right, and that's a good point right there. It says those that fear His name. All right, so basically those that's declaring His name. All right, and it's imperative that we understand what the Most High is saying here. All right, it says, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. And the day that I shall do this, said the Lord of hosts. All right, and I just want to make another point. You got people out there call themselves Israelites, they call themselves knowing the truth. They, with their own vain opinion, they actually going against the prophecies that the Most High is saying is going to happen, with things like anybody can be saved, or a few Edomites from another nation can be saved other than the nation of Israel. You're going against the Most High's will. All right, so it's important. That's why the prayer is, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. So it's heavier than just knowing the word. it's understanding the word. It's understanding the Lord's will. You know. One more, and then I'm gonna close out. This is Matthew chapter 24, and I'll start at 19. It says, "And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days." All right, it's talking about now, as it was talking about, and right before 70 AD. Okay, the same thing is going to happen again. All right, with this, you know, with the destruction of our people, or the 2/3. It says, "But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." Okay, so you got to understand that. All right, that this is the will of the Most High. It says, "Except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved." So you got to understand it. You got to know that. All right. It says, "But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." All right. "Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Yahushai, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christ, all right, and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, and so much that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." Okay. So you got to understand the Lord's will, so you won't be deceived, man. You know, and that's pretty much it. And with that, I'm gonna say Shalom and double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and shalom.